Good evening, everybody. Hopefully everything is working okay. I'm just wondering if there is anybody in here, if there are people in here. Not so sure. I'm saying that there's a couple of viewers hanging around. But if there is someone here, can you let me know? Can you hear me? Is the picture looking okay? Is the stream actually looking healthy? It's saying it looks healthy at my end. If someone could just confirm that for me, I'd be very, very grateful. So at the moment, I'm being told that there is one viewer. So could you let me know if the stream is looking good? Okay, so I I don't know. Sometimes I think this game is brilliant. Playing in Japan, everything's going absolutely swimmingly. Playing for Notts County, managing Notts County, everything looks a little different. And the patterns, and what I'm noticing is patterns. And there's a very interesting pattern emerging here, which looks like lose two, win one, lose two, win two. So I'm guessing there's a lose two that's about, because we've had a lose one, win one, lose one, win one. Prior to that was a win two, and then we had a win one, lose one, and then a lose two. So I'm guessing there is a lose two coming up. Good evening, Loaded. Good to see you, mate. So I've been looking at these patterns for the last 10 minutes, and it would not surprise me to see a lose two games coming up, because there's a very, very distinct pattern emerging here. And whilst I have to remember, whilst I'm tearing my hair out here and results on the pitch look terrible, you've got to remember we are still second, and I don't know how that has happened. And more than that, we are 6 points clear of Morecambe. So how does a team that has results this poor, how is a team in second place in the table? For me, that does not make any sense. And I'm struggling with FM24 at the moment, because either you are like racing away with titles and trophies, but with another team you can find a different kind of pattern emerging. And you're applying the same methodology for both saves, and it just doesn't make any sense to me at the moment. And I watched a video. I don't know if you guys watch Bust the Net. For me, he's probably the guy who understands the game more than anybody else, certainly on YouTube. And he said one of the videos he was doing, right at the end of his video, he said, there's something wrong. I don't know what it is, but the game doesn't feel right. And I left a reply in the comments and said I've been feeling that for a few weeks. Hey, Andy, how you doing, mate? Not sleeping tonight then, Andy. That's good news. And of course, Andy, who is thinking about joining the British sleeping team for the next Olympics. It's good to have you back, Andy. Good to see you, mate. So yeah, I am a little bit. I'm gonna call it actually, because if we look at this pattern, lose two, and then you have a win and a defeat, and then you have a win two, lose, win, lose, win. I'm gonna call this as a double defeat coming up, because of course we will be playing Stockport. Possibly, Andy. We will be playing Stockport and then Doncaster. And Stockport being top of the league, we're not expected to win that. But look where Doncaster are. Right down at the bottom. And so 2 defeats would not surprise me in this run of fixtures that is coming up. Call me paranoid, but I do agree with Bust the Net, and he hasn't. I've been looking for an update to what he said, and I haven't seen an update from him as yet. He did say at the end of the video, I'm going to need a few days to sort this out, to work this out, but he's not worked it out as yet, or at least he hasn't uploaded a video that I've seen that has worked it out. because he has actually said it doesn't feel right. There's something wrong. And I agree with him wholeheartedly. On the one hand, I'm a week in front of you guys at the moment in the Japan save. And that, despite our success in that save, that doesn't make any sense either. So I'm going to call this as a double defeat to begin with, and then we should get a win and a defeat, and then a double win after that. So if that follows the pattern that actually is actually happening at the moment. But you can see it. There's a very distinct pattern. There's not even a draw in there to break it up. And it just follows this win, defeat, defeat, win, defeat, win, win, defeat, win, defeat, win. So it's got to be defeat, defeat now. Interesting if this is a pattern that is happening. These jobs also change very quickly, don't they? Because you can go from one screen and then back to that, and the jobs change. They change. Oh, look, Swansea is available in the championship. Maybe I should apply for Swansea. Or maybe I should just shut up and just go and play Stockport and see what happens against Stockport. What do I know about Stockport? Well, applying what I used to do in FM23, Stockport are extremely good when it comes to off the ball. So that tells me I need to play players who are very, very good at positioning. So I need players who can position themselves to the max. So I've picked a team, firstly, that have good positioning, but I also know that Stockport score a lot of goals from crosses. So I've also tried to pick a team that is a good in the air as well. So pretty much I've made some changes. Chickson, for me, is a better bet than Matt Penny because he has better positioning. And it was touch and go. Rawlingson is very good in the air, but I think Baldwin is good in the air as well. Touch and go. Macari is better in the air on that side than anybody else. So that's why he's in far post aerial threats. And then I've got Bowden and Pett in midfield. And my assistant wants, of course, Bostock and Palmer. But these two boys have much better tackling, much better marking, and much better positioning sense than those two more creative players. I don't know if it's the right call. I haven't checked Crowley because he will have to do a lot of defending. His positioning is really poor, but he can tackle, which is probably going to be needed in this save. The other thing I could do, if we look at Jones, his positioning is slightly better. He could come across, and then Randall could come in on the left, but his positioning is pretty poor as well. But he's playing higher up the pitch, so not really a big issue. But I'm going to leave it as this. Hey, Jammy, how are you doing, mate? Hey, good to see you. So we're going to play this Stockport game now. I don't hold out. As I said, there's a pattern developing, and I'm expecting 2 defeats. But I've tried to get into the mind of the game again. Yeah, I actually would like to be a little bit more disciplined. But I'm not going to play cautious. I'm not going to play positive either. We're going to go for a more balanced approach. I think if you go too defensive, teams just come at you. So if they score a lot of goals from crosses, these two boys become quite important. So Noyle will need closing down. Has a decent pace, but we need to close him down and put him on his left foot. So those two boys become very, very important. And then I don't think we need to worry too much about him. And again, we need to close him down. And we need to turn him onto his right foot. So what I want to do as well with these two is we're going to go back here, and I want Jones to mark a specific position, which will be defender right, and then I want Crowley to mark a specific position, which will be defender left. I think that's what we've got, isn't it? Well, let's go for specific person. Defender right. So he should be marking defender left, not defender right. He should not be marking the defender on the right. He should be marking Tourney. I guess you've got to watch your assistant. Their defender on the left is who he should be marking. And Chickson should be marking the defender. Not Chickson. What am I talking about? I'm getting it wrong here, aren't I? So Macari is not going to mark anybody. Not marking anybody. So he's going to mark Taita, but he's not going to mark anybody. It's Crowley who is going to mark the defender left, not right. Hey Ben, how you doing, mate? And then he's going to mark defender right. So he will mark defender right. So hopefully those two will take the defenders out of the game. That's my hope. So then Ozo, who is not the greatest passer of the ball, we will just close him down. And then we got to find where their passing is coming from. Might be him. And so we will type mark Kola. But it also might be him. So we'll type mark him and left foot. And then we definitely need to type mark him. He's a passer of the ball. That will do for him. He's quite tired though. Not going to stick around for probably just a half of football he's got in him. Madden, which one is he? The Wanderer? Yeah, he's the Wanderer. So we don't really want to do anything with him. And we don't want to do anything with him either, apart from a hard tackle, which he's got. And Madden has a weak left foot, so we will put him on his left foot. And that's all we're going to do with them. I don't want to do too much. Funny dream. Why is that strange, Ben? North Macedonia. Perhaps England would draw with North Macedonia. Let's turn the sound off. From a Welsh perspective, Andy, it sounds like a very decent result from my point of view. So I think the pressure is all on them. They are the best team in the league, so let's tell them that it was surreal. Did England actually draw with North Macedonia, did they? Well, that is kind of strange, isn't it? It's England's worst nightmare. Did England put out a full team? That's the question. Did England put out a full team? I guess they must have rotated their team a little bit. And we do have a highlight. And one of the things that I am doing tactically is we are playing with no pressing. Against Stockport, I don't think pressing is the right thing to do. Oh, hit the post. And that kind of tells me perhaps we're going to be close again, but not close enough. Stockport did hammer us last time. Was it 5-2 in the end after we took a 2-1 lead? I think it might be a bit closer, at least I hope today. But we got to stop this dribbling nonsense. They are good tacklers of the ball, and I've asked the team not to dribble so much. They're very good tacklers, so dribbling's probably not a good thing to do. And they are going to come at us, but I don't want to completely sit back and just let them cause us problems at the back, because teams that cause us problems at the back invariably score because our defense is terrible. So we need to at least be balanced for the time being in our approach. But we are holding the ball quite nicely. If we can just work it into the box, we do have a chance, and we have scored. McGoldrick has scored, but is the referee checking that? No, I think it's going to count. I think it is going to count. It is going to count. But this has happened before. We were 2-1 up against them before. But it's a good start, and if we can keep possession like this will be really cool. We've stopped them having a single shot at the moment, and we've pretty much dominated the first 10 minutes. But first 10 minutes is he offside? Was he offside? The linesman is running away. Have we gone 2-0 up? That was a dreadful mistake. And we have gone 2-0 up against Stockport. See, is this... that was a terrible pass. I wonder, is this game just really about... You can't just let it run. And I did a lot of work on this. Did a lot of work on this Stockport team and identified where they were strong. Maybe that's what you've got to do in this version. It's just you've got to deep dive into the opposition. But we've been in the lead against Stockport before. They were poor in the first half against us before, and we finished the first half, if you recall, 2-1 up, and then they beat us 5-2, 4-0 in the second half. But at the moment we are, although they have come back into it, we are the better team. It's all, in terms of shots on target, it's all pretty close, but we have the 2 goals, and that's quite important, I think. And I'm just wondering how these boys are doing that. He's on his last legs. He's on his last legs, so he's not an issue. If we can go 3-0 up, then I'll feel a lot happier. But I wonder if putting those boys in the team who have good positioning sense... He is dribbling far too much, isn't he? He's losing the ball all the time. And as he is a winger, an inside forward, I'm going to have to change his role to stop him dribbling. I'm going to have a look at that now. Because FM is giving me some clues here. Jones is being told to dribble more, and he's lost the ball twice trying to get up that left wing. So I think I'm going to have to change his role to stop him dribbling. But let's have a look at his roles before. He's a winger. He could play as an advanced playmaker. So that might be a better option for him. Just play out there as a playmaker. And then we can tell him to dribble less. Don't dribble. He's going to take more risks though. But if I tell him to more direct passing, he's going to more hopefully get rid of the ball a little quicker. So I'm going to do that. And hopefully solve the dribbling problem. Because I've just picked up on that we've seen him now twice lose the ball. And I'm not happy about him losing the ball dribbling like that. So we'll see if changing his role and telling him not to dribble actually helps. We'll just keep an eye on him because he's got a good rating at the moment. And if that starts coming down, then changing his role wasn't a good idea. But it's the forwards that carry this team, isn't it? It's the forwards that carry the team. Stay focused. I mean, I have to tell them. He seemed confused and demotivated. Why are you demotivated? Because I told you, stay focused. Don't you remember? You lost 4-0 in the second half against them last time. Why is he so confused? So keep going. You have the ability. Seemed confused. That means we're going to have a player revolt in the dressing room as well because they don't like my team talk. Ben, was not a great episode. And I've noticed a pattern emerging in results. But despite however bad things are looking, we are still second in the table. And we've just scored again. Have we? McGoldrick's having an absolute blinding game. So I wonder have I just managed to sort this out? Have I managed to work this out? That you have to deep dive into the opposition reports. You can't just go and play your game. You have to work the opposition out and then set up and select a team. Have I just worked this out? Because we shouldn't be beating Stockport. No way. They still got those tired. He's very tired. He's still on the pitch. So we just need to just hold on, keep doing what we're doing. They have a very good shots on target ratio, though. I would like the clock to race forward about 20 minutes, if you don't mind, FM. So things are looking good. We are beating Stockport. That means that we will go within 3 points of them if we can win this game. It's like, given the results we've had, that does not make any sense to me. I think we need to look at, before we do anything else, we need to look at, they have now made some substitutions. He's gone into centre defence. Sarevic has a long shot, so I want to close him down and turn him onto his left foot. And then Olaf, very pacey, just turn him onto his left foot. And then Wootton, they've changed both their strikers. Wootton, one day I will do a Newcastle save, whether it be just a rebuild just for Ben. Hey Geordie, how are you doing, my friend? So he's not pacey, doesn't dribble very well. I think we should tight mark Wootton. Tight mark him. And then I think I should be looking at, have I got any tired players? Yeah, Dan Crowley is very tired. And Geordie Jones and McGoldrick. Crowley. So Randall. That's not great, is it? Who's the most tired? Crowley. McGoldrick's having a good game. So I want him to stay on, and Geordie Jones. And that's all the changes I'm going to make at the moment. What I've done is made the mistake again of allowing my assistant manager to do the bench. I will never learn from that. I keep telling myself, never allow that to happen. Maybe, Ben, maybe it's gonna happen, my friend. We do have a bit of news. I do have a bit of news that I am having next week, next Wednesday. I will have the pre-surgery assessment, which means they'll check me for infections. They'll check my lungs are sufficient, and they will check for all sorts of other things just to make sure everything's working okay and I can survive the surgery. If that goes okay, I'm guessing the surgery will take place, oh, that was close, very quickly after that, because obviously if they're checking for infection and they leave it too long, I might get an infection and then they don't know about it. So I think it will happen very quickly. And so I will be out of action very soon, I think, for a while. I am a week ahead in terms of my main save, so those videos will go up every other day. And by the end of next week, I will be 2 weeks ahead. So I'm not quite sure. It's just the live stream that's going to be affected at the moment. Of course, being in hospital, I'm not going to be able to live stream. But as soon as I can sit in this chair, and they do say I will be home. Here comes Stockport again. Here it comes. They do say I will be home within 2 weeks. So if I'm going to be home, then I can sit in this chair. And I don't have any forwards I can bring on, so that's a complete waste of space unless I push Randall up here, put Rowling on the wing, and then what else can I do? Cameron is not playing very well, so Rawlingson is not going to be able to play cover, and we'll put Penny on at left back. Here comes Stockport. Here they come. Just a simple lob over the top. Are they going to win this one 5-3 this time? It's very, very close. We've got a better XG, and we should, in all fairness, win this game. But here they come. It's just bonkers. Why did they suddenly get so much better? Here they come. Corner. What on earth can I do? What on earth can I do to make this? Let's try and slow it down. Go into a low block. Push the line up. Otherwise, they're just going to score goals. Got to do something. There's 17 minutes left. There's still time for them to score 4. And there's the second. I just do not believe this game. Stop it. Boy, what is the matter with this game? Are they going to win this 5-3? I did call a defeat. Well, they seem to have stopped. They're the better team than us at the moment. The last 20 minutes, they've absolutely destroyed us. They're absolutely dead on their feet, but they've somehow got energy from somewhere. And they've absolutely destroyed us the last 15 minutes. But we holding on. I mean, it would be good. We'd get to 3 points, within 3 points of them. But I'm not ruling out a 3-3 at this point in time. Although slowing down the game and going into the low blocks seems to have stopped them. But we don't want them counter-attacking from here with 20 seconds left. Thank you very much. Or can we make it 4-2? Yes, we can. Oh, boy. Yes, we can. Oh, my lord. My nerves are absolutely shattered playing this game. Oh, we have finally beaten Stockport, have we? But isn't this just the way of this game? You go and beat Stockport, and now we're playing Doncaster, who are in 20th place, and we won't beat Doncaster. This is just like... What is this game like? Yep, that sound you hear is everybody backtracking after saying you were going to get a hiding. So Morecambe must have won as well. Yeah, they beat MK Dons 3-2. Hello, James, mate. Hello, mate. Get your assistant manager to do your video. In all fairness, Andy, the assistant manager will do a better job, I think. And he's probably... I probably should get him to do the videos anyway. He'd probably do a better... Actually, no, he can't have my Japanese team at the moment. But he can have Notts County. But for however bad this is, we are still in second place. And I don't know. Is it that you've just got to accept? Are you guys finding that you don't win as many games as you used to? Like, where did the season start? We had a very, very good start, didn't we? I mean, in all fairness, we've had a very good start. I mean, these results here, that was an extremely good win, good run. And now it's just a case of, we went through bad times, and are we going to put another run together? I don't know. How are you guys finding this? Are you winning more games or less games than you were last year? Cameron is tired. I'm not resting him. He's not playing enough to be rested. And he's not old. McGoldrick had a super performance. So I don't know. And then we've got this Doncaster game now. Because, like, Doncaster... If we have a look at Doncaster, what did they do in their last game? They did win. And their form is pretty much the same as ours. Doncaster's form, they've got a couple more draws in there. All the difference between us and Doncaster is we've got 2 defeats in here. So, currently can't buy a win. So maybe we just have to get used to having times where things are not going to go well. Maybe that's just part of how the game is this year. So you're also second with Notts County, but on goal difference. So you've won 12, lost 5. What have I done here? 116, lost 3. Oh no, sorry, 116, lost 6. So it's pretty, I suppose it's comparable. If you were to move on a little bit, you'd probably be around about the same. So I suppose it's comparable. But the Japanese, I can't lose. It's kind of weird playing in Asia. I can't lose. I find it harder to lose games than it is... I find it really difficult to lose a game. I have to pick a really bad team to lose. Okay, so we've got off to a good start. I'm going to deep dive Doncaster. But I'm going to have a problem. Because now, on Sunday, can I rest them? I have a problem now, and because I do need to rest some of them. He needs to be rested. He needs to be rested. Definitely rested. Definitely rested. Definitely. Probably find I don't have a team. So some of them definitely need a rest. But have I got enough days? Because I just clicked on move to the next day. It's on Sunday now. The next game is on Tuesday, I think. They automatically rest one day. You want to move forward? I might have screwed up there. I may well have screwed up there. So let's go to tactic. Yeah, they're still resting. But tomorrow they might be off their rest. Just got to hope that when it comes around to Tuesday they'll be off their rest. I could actually say come back from training. Okay. Sell him. Fair increase in playing time. He's pleased. Let's see. Have I got players? Yeah, they're all off their rest now. So what I want to do is bring back Bostock and Palmer. Baldwin and Cameron can stay. Penny can come in here. I'm actually going to play... Although, no, Macari played very well, didn't he? And he scored. You love FM so much. Are you sure, Ben? Are you sure? There is something about this game that turns grown men into something very strange. I think Nemain could probably do with a game. Crowley coming in for McGoldrick, and I'm going to put, yeah, Jones. Give McGoldrick. We'll just put McGoldrick out there. But I want to have a look at Doncaster. So maybe this is the way to go. So let's have a look. Playing well in defence. Not surprising. They have a good standard of passing. And their off the ball as well is very good. And their crossing is very good. They're pretty much the same as... So I should possibly be doing exactly the same thing. I should be doing exactly the same thing in picking players like Pett, who is very good, and Bowden, who are very good at positioning. And maybe keeping faith in Chickson, who's also very good. I just wonder who plays it the most. I don't know how often you play it, Ben, but I see Andy on Steam quite a lot. Andy plays the game a great deal. So I wonder who actually... Nemain is off the ball. Is good. His positioning is better than... I think we'll... Yeah, why not? Why not? Championship Manager. I never played Championship Manager, guys. I never played it. I was playing Top 11 on Facebook. And then I just felt it was too easy. And somebody said to me, well, why don't you play Football Manager. I'd never heard of Football Manager. So I thought, okay, let's put the line up. Stop the crosses because they're very efficient at crossing. I wonder if I should counter press this team. Higher tempo, dribble less because we're still going to lose the ball. I think maybe we'll go with that. My assistant is probably going to disagree entirely. He wants to swap those around. He agrees with my team selection, just wants to swap those around. We'll have a look at that in a minute. And he wants to play a low block. Against Doncaster, he might be right, because if they're going to sit back, a low block might be what we need to play. Let's put Chickson on attack. Do these two need to be switched round? It's his pace, like. Yeah, he doesn't have the pace, does he? Baldwin has a bit more pace. Not much, but a little bit. And so they are also very tired, but it's like, it doesn't seem to make any difference. Left foot. And Tommy Rowe, he's definitely a closing down, isn't he? And right foot. And I don't think we need to worry too much about him. 4-4-2. They're not pacey, but we should hard tackle him left foot. And the left wing, again, he's not that pacey. And again, hard tackle him and left foot. And then Ben Close. He's a good passer of the ball, but has a weak left foot. So tight mark him left foot. And Darren Robinson, I think we'll just close him down. Close him down. And Ironside is the one who's not going to wander so much. No pace. He's quite strong. Dribbling, so we'll tight mark him. Tight mark him. And then this guy is a bit of a wanderer. He will go for a wander around. We will hard tackle him. And left foot. And that should do. And that team is a team that should beat the likes of Doncaster. But my record against I have to put okay, Andy, no problem. I hope she feels better. Ben, yeah, fine. No problem. Yeah, and James, I understand what you're saying. I understand, like, which is why I've not been doing. But I feel that the more instructions I give them, the better they seem to be playing. And I might be proved wrong in this game. And I do think it's really important against lower teams that you just focus on your own game. You should be good enough just to focus on what you're doing and then win the game. But I don't know. There's something doesn't seem right about the game to me, James, this year. And I'm struggling to work it out. Well, I was telling the boys earlier that I was watching some videos from Bust the Net, and nobody understands the game better than him, understands the match engine. And I was watching one of his videos, and right at the end he said, I have to update this because at the moment, guys, he said, the game doesn't feel right to me. I don't know what it is, it just doesn't feel right. It's not working properly. And I wrote in the comments, I agree with you. I don't know what it is either, but it just doesn't feel like it's working properly. So I'm not quite sure yet how to actually play the game to the... There's that dribbling again. That's not getting us into trouble. But at least with the closing down, by putting the closing down on, we are putting them under pressure, which is good. And we should be in, and we have scored. And maybe with lower teams, it is about putting them under more pressure and closing them down. Maybe the thing to do. Stockport have gone in front against Barrow. That was like they were not going to let us catch up. I mean, I don't know about you, James. If you're struggling, I asked the other guys if you're getting more wins, less wins than you were getting last year. I seem to get it in different saves. It's weird. It's really weird. Like in the Japanese, I can't lose. It's impossible to lose. But here I'm getting a very odd pattern of results. But this is a tougher league, isn't it? I mean, this is not an easy league, League 2. This is a very tough league, League 2. And we've made it 2-0, and I think that putting the pressure on them, and by putting Bowden and Pett, the two boys who have good positioning sense in midfield, can mark and tackle, by putting Chickson on and Macari with their good positioning sense, I think maybe you've got to look at the opposition a little bit more. And I think that because I've just been playing the games and not considering the opposition, that's what's been doing me in. And I think this is about putting them under pressure. This 2-0 scoreline is because we've put them under pressure. Because we are going to get tired as a result. But rotating the squad be based on what the opposition are capable of doing and what their strength is. And by putting players with good positioning, we have nullified their off the ball. We've also nullified their strength, which is crossing. And maybe the game is reflecting that we've done some work on this. And, okay, if you've done some work on it, we're going to give you the result. Who knows what's going on in the brain of the game. Oh, another chance. Yeah, I have seen last year that Nap Hill was in the database. It would be such fun. Maybe after I finished and the journeyman save, if the second half of the season I will do Nap Hill. That'll be really fun. That'll be really good fun. See how far we can take Nap Hill. Of course, Nap Hill winning the Champions League is not something that people should think is a daft suggestion. Once I get my teeth into Nap Hill, we are taking them apart. And I think it's because of the fact that we are paying attention. Or maybe we're just due a good run. I don't know. Because we had a dreadful episode last time. And maybe we're just due a good run of form. Yeah, I mean, hi Dan, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. See, we have 7 shots, 8 shots, and 7 on target. That's as good as it gets. And we're 3-0 up against Doncaster, and we've struggled against these teams. Weird. That's not to say they're not going to come back in the second half. I'm getting less wins, except in the journeyman save where, as I said, I'm struggling to lose. I'm finding it really difficult to lose games. But I think that might get harder once I move on from Asia. Although it might get more difficult next season because I don't have any transfer money either. So that might get harder. But in England, it seems to have got harder. You've been playing since you were 6. That's 20 years. Good Lord. I've only been playing for 14 years. Since 2011. And we are doing okay. Yeah, I'm actually very happy with the number of shots on target. And we'll see how they start this second half. Second half syndrome. See, they've already started second half really much better. And we've got to get to grips with second half syndrome. What happens to teams at the beginning? Look how much they're dominating the second half. They haven't been in the game, and suddenly they come out after half time and they're tearing us apart. So what is this about, and how do you deal with them after half time? There's the goal. No, hit the bar. See how they're so good after half time? But do we just accept they're going to have a good phase? The manager's wound them up. And we will come back into the game. But at the moment, all the momentum is with them. Second half syndrome. They're not creating too much, but their shots on target ratio is as good as ours. So let's make some changes. We've just got to hold on. They're not doing that great. So let's make some changes. Cameron not playing very well this time. So Rawlingson can come on there. Oh, I've done the same thing again. I've got to make sure my bench is why do I keep doing that? Oh boy. And who is this? Macari's not playing very well this time. And then Randall. Okay, they will have made changes now for sure. Yeah, up front they've made a couple of changes, haven't they? And in midfield. No, just up front. A wanderer. Left foot. That'll do for him. It's the only change that they've made. We're not actually doing any better. And we're not dominating the game in the second half. So how do we deal with second half syndrome? We hammered them in the first half. Why do they come back in the second? What are they doing that's different? Are they closing us down more? Okay, so maybe if they're closing us down more, It worked slowing it down last time. Regroup, hold shape, slow it down. Come off that a little bit. I'm going to pull the line back a little bit, step up more. We'll go to a mid block for these. Managing. Hey Callum, how you doing, mate? You're having a good time with Darlington by the look of it. Having a very, very good time with them. Something is not right in the second half again, is it? So obviously that's not working. So maybe we're going to change it up again, try something different, because they're going to score at this rate, because they're having all the highlights. And there it is. What is this second half syndrome? Okay, let's go back to what we were doing. I can't, because does anybody know how to stop these teams from becoming so good in the second half? I have absolutely no idea how to stop this. Absolutely no idea. But Notts County, Stockport did the same, came back in the second half. These have dominated the second half. What is happening in the second half? And this is a pattern. It's not just happening tonight. It's something that happens in every save that I'm doing, and even in Japan. I kind of win a lot of games 4-3 and 3-2. I don't know what this is. Why are they so good in the second half? They've changed their shape to a 4-4-2 now. So maybe I should pull the line back. Because they're going to try balls over the top. Their actual shots on target ratio is exactly the same as ours. Let's go and make some changes. Change the fullbacks. We've done him. Begins. Tight mark him. Maybe it is also about instructions, because I don't always remember to do the instructions. And he needs closing down. Closing down right foot. So maybe I've got to just be more vigilant. And I'm going to change my fullbacks, I think. Chickson's doing all right. But we'll bring Penny on. And Bowden is tired, so Bostock will come in there. I don't know. It's. I mean, we're going to win the game. It looked like they're going to try and hit early crosses. Well, we are defending deeper now, so that should be okay. We're not a very good team at set pieces. These set pieces we do never work. A nice ball over the top, though. And there we go. 4-1. Was he offside? Strange thing in this episode, we're not offside as much as we were last week. Very strange happenings. I would say I'm a Manchester United fan, Callum, since I was a very small boy. But as I've explained many times to people, I've lost, I think, as you get older, you're not quite so passionate anymore. You're not, you don't just focus on the one team anymore. And I just like watching football as a general rule now, Callum. I'll equally watch Liverpool or Arsenal or Chelsea, Manchester City. If I'm watching a good game, it doesn't matter who I'm watching. But of course, yeah, I'd still like United to win some trophies one day again. It won't be for a while. But I've moved on, I think, from that kind of passionate supporting to just appreciating good games. And not appreciating some of the bad things about the game, like feigning injuries and all that nonsense. But yeah, that was nice work, boys. Well done. And we are still in second. We've got 9 points. Oh, they haven't played yet, Morecambe. Could be James' composure, concentration, fitness. Yeah, and I'm finding it in the Japanese league as well. I'm finding that second half syndrome is a big thing. But then that's if every team in the league, like Stockport, were much better than we were in the second half, Doncaster were much better than we were in the second half, then that is the game saying that every team in the league is fitter than us. Because it's not just one or two teams doing it; all of them are. So it's the game saying we are got the worst concentration, the worst composure, the worst fitness, and yet we're in second place. So I think it's something the game needs to look at, because if that is the case, James, then the game is saying that in terms of those things, we are the worst in the league. And we're clearly not. You press them and then, yeah, they're tired in the second half. But I can counter that as well, James, because it's only for the last 3 games I've been using the counter press. So it's, I really don't know. The tactic that I used before I went back to the counter press was not to press, and I didn't press against Stockport because I just felt they were too good a team to be pressing them. So I don't know. Cameron, he still wants a rest. I don't know. It's tricky to work out. But probably about 9 months into the game, I'll probably work it out, and then it'll be a new version again. Then I'll have to start all over again. Oh boy. Chris McKee. Is he worth thinking about? Very good signing. He's 21 years old. He's not bad for League 2, is he? He's not bad. His acceleration is 17. He's more like an advanced forward, he is, rather than a poacher, with acceleration of 17. His passing, though, isn't great. As a poacher, doesn't need that passing. What about a pressing forward? Doesn't have the aggression or the stamina to be a pressing forward. Not a bad player, though. Let's put him on the short list for a little while. Goalkeeper. Who's this for free? Now we know we have Chickson who wants to leave. So he would be a pretty good signing as a replacement for Chickson. Let's pop him onto the short list. He's free. He'd be a good replacement if Chickson. Yeah, I have trigger press on more often, James. I could bring that down to just a balanced or a standard press. Could put that down there slightly more often. Maybe just do that for the second half and see if that helps them. I don't know. It's just like we'll try that, James, in the next game. Morecambe, a very good team. And what have I done? I haven't rested them again. This is daft. Now I've got a problem with tiredness. Okay, well, we're going to use the suggested squad for now, and then I'm going to change, especially the bench. Is he a left back as well? No, he's a right back. The other guy who wants to leave is... I've got another promise. Cameron succeeded. He's had a rest. Okay. Crowley, please. Baldwin and Chickson. So Baldwin wants to leave, so I need a centre back. If he leaves, I'm going to need to sign a centre back. Demoting players there. McGoldrick. Form has been quite good, actually. Let's try praise. Not his training. Praise recent form. His training probably could have praised as well. Oh God, Bennett, 3 months. You're having a laugh. 3 months. Oh my God. I could do without that. That is a big loss. Especially as Chickson wants to leave. He's my main fullback's out for 3 months. This game is heartless, isn't it? It's really heartless. It doesn't care at all. It's just heartless. Geordie Jones, when he's fit, might have to be playing at full back then. And then, God. How is fitness up there? He's not very fit, Longstaff. So McGoldrick, he's definitely not fit. It's horrid sometimes. Tiredness. No, Andy, you're not tired. You're not tired, mate. Chickson and Bostock. See, these guys are fit because I've actually rotated the team quite well. So I need a left back in here. Let's see what I've got. Have I got another left back? I don't think so. Penny's injured. So he'll have to come in as left back. Osu. Who is he? He can play as left back, but... Here's your chance, mate. Step up to the plate. And then Rowling. Rowling I don't have a problem with. And then Tipton and Bowden and Pett. They can do 30 minutes. Probably Pett more than Bowden. And I need a winger. Geordie Jones is not fit yet. Steve Austin, the bionic man, can play as the winger and Mariah's as the centre mid. Okay, so we got a kind of bench. So Rawlingson is not a covering defender. And actually neither is Cameron. He's definitely not a covering defender. Okay. So we'll go at them in the first half as normal. And we will distribute quickly, counter-press, counter-attack, higher line, high press. We will go at them in the first half, and then we'll come off the trigger press in the second half and the counter-press to see if that helps us out. Yeah, you're just giving me injuries now because you're not happy that I've won a couple of games. Tipton would be a regular starter. Ah, boy. Why did you make the agreement to that? Okay, I'll accept. It's my fault. We'll put that right, and we'll give him a game. Tipton for Rawlingson then. For now, let's keep that, because if I'm losing a central defender, he's going to play a lot more anyway in the second half of the season. So might as well say we'll give him more game time. What is my current injury situation like now? For 7 weeks. He's back in a few days. 2 weeks. And he's still 8 to 9 months. So 2 long term. Let's just save this. In case of a crash. FM is a horrible mistress, James. Horrible. Cameron. No, we're going to give him a rest. McGoldrick, Rawlingson. Okay, I'll go with that down the middle. And Morecambe, this is, who are in 3rd place. We've won 2. Is this the game we lose then? They are tired. Close him down. They are very tired. Max Melbourne. Right foot. Close him down. And the 2 mids. Close him down left foot. Those are the dangerous players, the centre mids. Close him down. Good pace. Left foot. The other winger. Good pace. Right foot is bad. He needs tight marking for sure. No, his passing and vision, but he's got a very good long shot, so left foot and close him down. And Michael Mellon. Leave him alone, left foot only. I wonder if that's too many instructions, but we'll go at them in the first half like normal. And what actually I might have to think about is I don't need these. He's not being told to mark a specific player anymore. I was just concerned these guys were being asked. But it might be the other guys who played on the wings. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy with that. And we're on a good run. Let's keep it going. Right, prepare for this being our defeat that's happening today. Still 3 points behind. Morecambe could get them within 3 points of us, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this as the defeat. But we could do with going on a 4 or 5 game run. Oh! It's still there, boys, it's still there! Cameron! That was a good finish from a centre-back. Follow the Premier League. Yeah, I think the Premier League is the best team in the world, Callum. To be fair, um, I think it's reflected in FM as well. That without a doubt, it is the best team. It is the best league in the world. But Darlington, that's I don't even know which part of the world is Darlington. Is that up in the northeast as well? Is Darlington up in the northeast? We are actually hammering Morecambe at the moment. They haven't had a chance in the first 15 minutes, and we've just totally taken them apart. But they only need one. That was offside. They only need one chance, and we will be back level again. I know how this game works. I also know that Tipton will probably have a good game today, as his managers told me to play him. He'll probably have a good game today, Tipton. Yeah, northeast. Sometimes my British geography is not as good as my world geography. It's just kind of really creepy. Come on, make it two, boys. Good header. Yes, Dan Crowley. 2-0. I can't believe this. One of the oldest clubs. All right, okay. So, I mean, in all fairness, I'm from Llanelli in Wales. And when I was a schoolboy, like, we never had football on the TV. We never had. I think we did have Match of the Day in some primitive kind of form, black and white, but that's the only football we ever saw. So I used to go to Stebeneath to watch Llanelli play, and why not? It was good fun for us kids. In the days when kids could go out, when we were allowed out, and it wasn't such a dangerous world. I don't believe it is such a dangerous world. It's any worse. It's just that we've got a little bit more protective. I still think kids should be allowed to go out a lot more and play. We had social media in my day, but it was just called going out to play. And we are 3-0 up now. This is just like hard to actually. So what's going to happen now? We're going to have second half syndrome. Andy, that is a very good question. What is my opinion on that? I think if they've broken the rules, they've broken the rules. But there are other teams in the Premier League who've broken the rules we know of, and certainly Manchester City have broken the rules. And if you're going to do it for one club, you have to do it for them all. And I'll be annoyed if Manchester City get away with it when Everton have been punished. And I don't think it's going to be enough to hurt Everton. I think that they will probably survive, despite the fact they've had points deducted. I think it might actually even inspire them. It should. Losing points can often steal you up. It can make you play better. So, I mean, they're not too far away from safety. I think they're second bottom now, aren't they? And they could get out of that relegation zone quite simply. But more to the point, Morecambe are in third place, and it's like we beat Stockport. Now we're beating Morecambe. Teams at the top are never any bother for us. Well, you can shoot like that all day, Sam. We'll take that. Let's get to half-time. 3-0 up, and then we will change the press, because already they're coming back into the game. Teams relegated may sue Everton. It might get a bit complicated then, Andy. I mean, I don't know. If they've broken the rules, they've broken the rules. But it's got to apply to all teams if you break the rules. Come on. That's it. Close him down. Okay, so now we'll stop pressing in the second half. See if that makes the difference in terms of... So we'll come off the counter press. We'll still counter, but we'll come off the trigger press a little bit as well. And I'll drop the line just to give our boys a little bit more time when they're receiving the ball, so that they're not so much under pressure. So I'm very happy with how they're playing. I don't want to be saying anything else other than I'm happy. And let's see, but there it is again. You can see the match momentum has switched to Morecambe. So we come off the press this time, and it's still switched, which is very, very interesting. They haven't had any shots, but they have had the momentum. So maybe it is about coming off the press in the second half. Maybe you've got a point there, James. Maybe that's what we got to do now. Second half, come off the press. But they're still coming forward. It's like really weird, this. Second half syndrome, and they've scored again. It's like the weirdest thing. How do you stop the opposition scoring in the second half? And if it is the game saying it's fitness, and that they're actually saying we are the worst team in the league when it comes to those things, which is not true. It's not true. Let's make some changes. Right back. Rolling can come on at right back. Matt Palmer's not having a great game. So Pet can come on there. The rest are playing quite well. I need to wait until people get tired. Get the game abandoned. Well, Andy, I'm hoping that you're going to tell me how to do this. How do you stop people playing so well in the second half? What on earth can you do? So we've tried coming off the press. That didn't work. They've beaten us in the second half. Unless we can come back into it. But no, it's still all the stuff is with Morecambe. But pinched. Come on, let's at least draw the second half. Let's get back in and draw the second half. Not like that, we're not. So we should be winning this. No. They're going to come back to 3-2, aren't they? You just know. What on earth do you do? There it is. Oh, good save. I think I have to put the trigger press back up. And I'm going to push the line back up. Maybe I'm inviting them on too much. My left back is tired now. That was obviously going to happen. Osu can come on. Look, Longstaff having one of his absolutely brilliant games. That boy is an absolute nightmare. And everybody else is playing quite well. I don't want to change anybody at this point in time. Nobody's too tired. We should be able to see this out. Somebody will get very tired in a minute. Hey Bunny, how you doing? How are you, Bunny? 85. Well, it's another victory. Another victory, and that takes us like 12 points clear of Morecambe. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And we've won 3 games on the bounce. And that doesn't happen in this save very often. But we still lost the second half, which is weird. Pass map looks like a dream. That is an absolute dream of a pass map. Our passing is going through everywhere. That's really cool. Nice work. Oh, we've actually gone top of the league, have we? How did that happen? Where's Stockport? What happened to Stockport? They lost to Bradford City 2-1. We have gone top of the league. And even if Morecambe win their game in hand, we will be 9 points clear of Morecambe as well. That's pretty handy. Crimean player, Klusevic. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know it was in FM, Andy. I didn't know it was in FM. And James, I could be taking them off the press, but maybe don't drop the line. Come off the press, but don't drop the line. That might be. And also, what we've been doing in this episode is we've been checking out the opposition strengths and weaknesses and picking a team based on countering their strengths. So there might be a few things to learn from this episode. He's just like being told off all the time, that boy, Jim O'Brien. 4.9? Yeah, he's 36 years old. It's about time you retired, sunshine. Alex Baldwin. You need to be doing better. His form is good. And Tipton, 5.25. He needs to be doing much better. If he's going to get more game time, he needs to train better. Cameron, fitness concerns. Shall I just rest him for the entire season? Come on. So we are doing well. I can't believe we are top of the league. So we beat Stockport, and so Stockport have lost twice, haven't they? Who's next? Who's next? So that looks pretty healthy again. Tranmere. Oh, they beat us last time. So I need to rest the players, of course. And they can all have a rest. Certainly those boys. Where are Tranmere now? Tranmere beat us, didn't they? They're falling down the table. We need revenge. Hey, Ollie. Yes, long time no see. How are you doing, Ollie? Good to see you again. You've joined us on a much better episode than we've had in a long time. And if we have a look at the schedule... Oh, we need to... We're looking a lot better. I mean, that was dreadful. But now we're starting to look a lot better. And we have gone top, Ollie. We have gone top. And we'll hopefully get another couple of games in tonight. Chris McCree. He's just... I like this player. And Langstaff doesn't have any support up top. What do you think of this boy, guys? I think he'd be a good advance forward because of his acceleration. His passing and vision isn't very good, but it doesn't matter at this level. He can just go, I just like that pace up front. He's got a weak left foot. His composure's good as well as his finishing. Decisions are quite good. His off the ball's good. Technique is not great. What do you reckon about him? for free. I mean, come on, he's free. And look, wages. At the moment, he's only on 700 quid. Wages. I think he'd just be a good backup for Langstaff. And every time I get annoyed with Langstaff, I can just threaten him. Oh, I'm going to play McKee. You think, Ollie, no-brainer? His haircut, yeah, his haircut's as bad as mine. But I agree with Ollie. I think he's a no-brainer. He's like a current ability, possibly 4-star, and potential ability 4-star, 21 years old. I think he could be a championship player. I don't know. Good acceleration, good pace. He's determined. He needs to work on his strength. One-footed and susceptible to injuries. Well, everybody is in FM. Nobody is free. I'm going to approach to sign him. We'll have a word with his agent. We're very keen on signing him. He wants to be one of the most noteworthy players. He's not that good, and he's not as good as those two. And even Kedwin Scott is not far behind him, so maybe not. Maybe not. If he's going to be a bit of a prima donna, then perhaps. There's another good player here. Kokoda, left back. He's already on my short list. Delay. Delay. And delay. I don't know why they actually they just put these up all the time. Like, if we're going to just delay them, just delay them. So let's have a look at these boys then. Effective from through balls, so we don't want to be playing down the middle of them. They're very good from set pieces, so I want to be staying on my feet. Don't want to be getting stuck in, giving free kicks away. And defenders need to close down. And apart from that, nothing else. They're very weak in a lot of areas. So we need to close down. The defense needs to close down. So we go to our tactics. And instead of close down less, we'll be closing down more often. And same goes for this side. Tipton, close down more. Cameron. Defense needs to close down. Bostock is already told. Close down more. And I think we can leave the rest as it is. We don't want to be playing up through the middle. In fact, I want to focus play down the flanks. Keep them away from the middle of the pitch. I think he would be a good signing, James, but I actually don't want a prima donna because I have two good strikers, good-ish for this level, in McGoldrick and Langstaff. So I don't know. So Rolling, Baldwin, Cameron. Nah, I'm going to stick with Macari. Cameron is not feeling very well. So we will bring Rawlingson in here. This Cameron is a liability. He just needs he's been needing a rest every game. I gave him a rest. He's hardly played. Let's see. Oh, he has played every game for 5 games, hasn't he? Maybe he does need a rest. Bless him. Bless his cotton socks. Baldwin is fit, though. He doesn't need a rest. And Tipton. Tipton can play again. Macari is fit. Chickson is fit. Nemain is fit. Bostock and Palmer are fit. No, Nemain is not fit really, is he? But he'll be okay for Cameron can come off and rest. And then Palmer, Crowley is fit. I might put Crowley on the wing for Maine. And then, where is he? McGoldrick, Randall and Langstaff. Kedwin. So we can bring Nemain in for Austin. We can bring Bowden in for Tom Pett, Rawlingson, Rowling, and Oseo. Cool. This is a bit dodgy, isn't it, at the back? What's the problem with Macari? Wants to be a wing back now, does he? On attack. Okay, let's try you as a wing back on attack. We'll put him as a winger on support. And we'll go for Randall as an inside forward on attack. Let's try that then. He doesn't agree with my... No, Cameron wants a rest. I'm going to go with what I did. Colin Whelan from Isle. I don't do that loaded as much as I get tempted to do that. Loads of people give me... oh, no way, not another one. Loads of people give me ideas for players. But I just leave it to... If my scouts find them, my scouts find them. If they don't, then I'm not going to go and... oh, look what I found kind of thing. And then Austin... What's oh, unavailable for the next match. Why? Why is... Oh, is he suspended? It just says unavailable. Why is he unavailable then? It just says unavailable for the next match. Interesting. Is it his parent club, possibly? Tranmere. So who is... Stoke? No. I don't understand why he's unavailable for the next match. Is this a cup game? No? He's been available for every league game up to now. Why is he not available for this match? What is the game doing to me now? You can't do that. You just can't suddenly decide, no, we're going to take some of his players out for no reason. You can't do that. It's not allowed. There's no explanation as to why he's not available. Stoke? I don't think so. That's the most bizarre thing. Why is he not available? Does not make any sense to me. Okay. It is what it is. I don't have a right back who can come on the bench. He's expected to be out for another 5 to 11 days. He's nowhere near fit. Cameron can't play. So we'll bring Pet on instead of him. I just don't get that. I do not understand that one at all. And it's like it just suddenly happened because he's been playing every single game. His loan is finished, is it? Oh. Well, that's not very good. Can we try and reloan him? I didn't get any message. No, they don't want. They want him in a different environment. I didn't get any message to say his loan's finishing. Oh my God! Now I don't have enough fullbacks, do I? Oh, this is a nightmare now. Macari's gone. Just when I was growing to like him. Well, defensively, we're in a mess now. Oh, we're going to need to do something. His loan is finished. I didn't even actually know. I thought he was here for the whole season. Why didn't my assistant give me a message? I don't have any money at the moment to buy a player to bring players in. I've got absolutely no money. This is a bit of a worry. Made an offer for Jack Gurr. He's a right back. Only sign him as a last resort. No, we're not having this one then. No chance. McGoldrick Player of the Month. Well, that's a bit of a blow. That's why I was being allowed to win the games today, because it's going to decimate my squad now. A Manager of the Month award. Have I got anybody in the under-21s? Left back. Ciso. He's not very good. "17-year-old. Have I got anybody here who can play right back? Fearon is nowhere near ready. I'm going to have to, for the time being, put this boy in the senior squad. That'll make his day. The other fullback I've got is injured. Southend, yeah, he can go. Absolutely. Yep, he can go. He's the 36-year-old. That is, oh my God, that is a big blow. So what I might have to do, there's no one else who can play right back here, is there? Once he's back in 7 days' time, that will help. Cisse can come in here then. Just a youth player. I'll have to put him on the bench. I've got a problem at left back. I've got a problem all over the pitch now. This is not good. Secure. My job is secure. Oh, hang on. We are top of the league. And it's just secure. Oi. That's not very nice. Right, let's beat Tranmere. We owe Tranmere. Baldwin, no. Tipton has to play. I have to play Tipton, otherwise I'm going to lose him as well. No, we don't want to tackle harder. I need to take that off, actually, don't I? That's my assistant trying to confuse me. I remember now, we want to stay on our feet for this game. We don't want to be giving free kicks away. They're extremely good at free kicks. Set pieces. Let's sort out these opposition instructions. I think it's helping that I'm not leaving these to the assistant. Left foot, he's too quick to close him down. And leak. Reasonable right foot. And hard tackle him. Brad Walker. This is the team that like a long shot, isn't it? So that's why I've got them all closing down a bit more. Left foot. Tight mark him. He's the distributor of the ball. Close him down left foot. And he's probably a distributor. No, he's not really. I'm going to leave him alone, actually. There's just a hard tackle, possibly. And this winger. Right foot. Got to stop them taking long shots. Hawks. Left foot. And Saunders. Left foot. There's a lot of weaker foots in this team. And we're doing well. We're on a good run. I'm going to tell them I need to see a strong defense today. We should be getting a result here. Let's go out there, get a result, boys. We need to beat Tranmere. We owe them after what they did to us earlier in the season. What's happening here? Who's in the blue? We're in the blue. Oh, I say, that was a good strike. He's the centre back. It's been given offside, though. That's the second. Oh, that is like that. Come on, referee. They gave that without even checking VAR. I think if they checked VAR, VAR would have come down in our favour then. He's a centre-back, and he's done that a couple of times. He scored in the last game, I think it was, with a shot like that from distance, like a volley. No VAR. Well, it actually did show that the VAR, the lines there, didn't it? You're quite right, though. There is no VAR in League 2. Yes! Is he giving that one? He's gone to have a look. He's disallowed that one as well. Ah, this is not going to be our day, is it? This is not going to be our day. That's 2 disallowed offside goals. This means defeat. It means we're in FM'd territory. We're going to have to figure out how to score a goal. Absolutely. Oh, he's in again. This time, referee. He hasn't moved this time. He's checking the linesman. I think he's going to allow this one. My goodness me. So Langstaff is tight on the shoulder there, isn't he? Yeah, that's way onside. That's a really good goal. And finally, we're in front. Stockport are also in front, beating Mansfield. But we'll take this. If we can just, like, get another victory here. I think we might have sorted something out here, James. I think it might be about taking the opposition a lot more seriously this year than just running, just loading up your tactic and just running with it. I think you have to take the opposition more seriously. And in terms of second half syndrome, it might be just come off the press. Nice pass. Nice pass. Come on again. Go on, Longstaff. Oh, I say. This is a good run. This is a good run. Come on. Let's keep going. Stockport 2-0 up now. Let's keep going, boys. Let's keep going. Far post header. Oh. All the match momentum is with us. We're much the better team. Possession-wise, we've had all the ball. We're passing much better than they are. XG is better. Shots on target ratio is equal for both teams, which is a bit worrying. They are getting very tired. Much more tired than we are. That's good news. Although they never seem to show their tiredness on the pitch. Okay, James. Nice to see you again, mate. And we'll be back on... What day is it today? It's Tuesday today. I'll be back on Thursday. We'll see you again on Thursday. Have a good night, James. We need to beat Tranmere. We need to beat them tonight. But at the moment, 1-0 is suggesting to me it's important that we should stay focused. Appear to lack belief. Keep going, you have the ability. Keep going, you have the ability. Langstaff, I'm happy with your effort in the final third. He did score the goal, didn't he? And what we'll do, follow along with what we did. We will come off the press. Come off the counter press. Trigger press less often. I think that should do it. We're not going to alter the lines this time. And just see if that stops them from... See, they've already come back in at the end of the first half. Well, I don't want to see that white now going into the second half. The second half syndrome is so annoying. What's that? Injury, is it? Yeah, here we go again. Second half syndrome. I don't believe this. Please no. FM, stop this. I wonder if this is what Bust the Net was referring to. Second half syndrome. That he felt something was not right with the game. Because we cannot play football in the second half of a game. It's really weird. Okay, let's go and make some changes. At the moment, it's pretty even. Let's make some changes. There's a lot of players playing really badly. Randall, for example. And I think Austin will need to come on for Rando. Namin is playing very badly. I don't have anyone who can come on for him. Osso could come on for him. Actually, no, he's not. He can't play on that side, can he? Randall's going to have to go on. Just probably give him a rollicking. Defensively, we're not bad, but rolling is complacent. This is not good enough. Complacent, knowing that I've only got a youth player on the bench. And this, like again, like the 6.4 here is with someone I can't replace. So let's go here. Let's put him back. Austin can come on. Have nobody else. At the back we're doing okay. Nobody's particularly tired at the moment. Let's go to the opposition. They've brought on a striker. He's not very brave, not very strong, so we'll tight mark him and hard tackle him. And I don't know what else to do. Really don't know what else to do. We've somehow got to hold on. And there's the white, which is second half syndrome, isn't it, again? Looking at the line for second half, they have dominated the game. And I don't understand this at all. And then, almost was the goal. I really am struggling to work this out now. And the two players who are playing badly, there's nothing I can do about that. It's because the game knows I don't have players who can take their place. And let's look at Roland. And we're going to tell him to focus if he's complacent. Now he's apprehensive, when he's been absolutely fine for the last few games. McGoldrick is tired now. Murray can come on for him. This is just like clinging on. It's really like clinging on to a game we should be winning comfortably. Like all those disallowed goals that we had. I might have to put Cisse in the 17-year-old. Strengthen up the midfield. Bowden. And I think that's all I can do. Let's put Osu on there. This is just like absolute nightmare stuff. And actually now we are second best in terms of both the teams. We are second best in terms of shots on target. They've almost caught us up with XG. This is just like hanging on to a 1-goal lead now. Might have to go into a low block in a minute. And then it's like when you get 2 goals disallowed at the beginning of the game, you know this game isn't going to go well. You know for sure it's not going to go well. 1 disallowed goal, you might get away with it. 2, you're not going to get away with it. I've been playing this game for far too long. You look for patterns in it. You look for things that... Here it is. Here's the goal. The equaliser. There it is. You just know what's going to happen. You absolutely know. Look at this. It's just dreadful. Well, we're going to go back and press them. I have absolutely no idea how to deal with second half syndrome. We're going to counter press now. Put that back up. We're not going to stay on our feet anymore. I mean, please, if somebody does know how to deal with this. I mean, look at this. Look at the way we're playing now. It's unbelievable. We're going to lose this game, are we? It does look like it. So that suggests to me I should go into a low block. But I don't think low blocks are working in this game. Low blocks are not very effective. This is effective, pressing and putting pressure on them. Oh, come on, referee, send him off. There's 2 fouls in a minute. Ah, boy. See, that's like we're playing like we've never seen a football suddenly again. Giving it away, poor first touch. No composure, can't pass. Oh, go on, Austin. Okay, 1-1 was... Eventually we were going to drop some points. I just don't know how to work this out. The game has me... Oh my god. The game has me beaten. FM23 was so easy compared to this. But second half syndrome has me done in. Really has done me in. I don't know how to deal with that. Oh, come on, boys. Look at the passing. Come on, come on. I thought the referee was going to give a penalty for a minute there. Well, since we went back on the press, we've taken the initiative away from Tranmere. But it's still not right. It doesn't look right. It looks poor. And can we just go to the end of the game now? Why is it on full match? I've never been playing it on full match. What is the matter with this game? 9 minutes. You're having a giraffe. 9 minutes. Oh, why do I always have to finish the episode on a poor result? One of these days I'm going to finish an episode on a good result. 10 minutes. That was just awful. I don't like it, yeah. They just decided to play badly. And yeah, there we go. We've dropped down again now. Oh, brilliant. Always going to end an episode on a bad result. And I can't understand that at all. I just don't understand what happened there. Okay, well, of course, it doesn't help that I've lost my fullbacks. I don't have any fullbacks left. Ah, boy, I need to somehow buy players, but I don't have any money. It's going from bad to worse. But we are still second. That's all that matters. And we haven't lost today. And that's even better. I don't know, though, how we are going to get through without selling players. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for tonight. I just, once again, as you can see, we finished on a poor result last time. We're going to finish on a poor result this time. The time before that, we finished on a poor result. It's just the way it goes. And one day, we're going to finish on a really good result. And there is a break, is there, before the cup? Yeah, we don't need to rest them this time. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I will be back on Thursday. We'll keep going with this. Hopefully there's going to be enough time. Hopefully there's going to be enough time to see the season through before I have to go into hospital. I think we should be able to do it in 4-5 episodes to get through the season. And it'd be really good if we can do that before, because it's the only thing I think that's going to be missing from the channel is the fact we're not going to be able to do live streams from hospital. It would be fun if we could, if I could take all my gear in there. It would be quite fun. But as soon as I'm back and able to sit in a chair, we'll be back with the live streams. In the meantime, we'll keep going and we'll see you on Thursday. Good night, Andy. Good night, James, if you're still there. James gone to bed, hasn't he? Good night, Ollie. Good night to everybody who's participated. And once again, thanks for coming. Really do appreciate it. And it does help the channel. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't on your way out. And that will help the channel even more. Thanks for coming, guys. We need to do better again next time. Good night, Danish. Good night, Loaded. And I'll see you guys on Thursday. And hopefully we will have a better finish next Thursday than we had today. Good night, everybody. Take care. See you soon.